And it's WPSD Local 6 Legal Line with attorneys from the Bryant Law Center in Paducah. Mark Bryant, our good friend, back for this segment and taking your questions at 1-888-208-6946. The topic is personal injury and, moreover, injuries due to car accidents. And Mark, I have to think that there probably have been fewer car accidents since people have been staying home through all this coronavirus, but they're starting to get out a little bit more.
It was bizarre. When this thing first got started, we have a ton of PI cases, and we were settling them right and left. And I got to thinking, well, I wonder what's going to happen now because nobody's driving. Well, it turns out that's not the case. People are still driving. People are still having car wrecks, and there's just a whole lot going on. But I'll tell you, I've been spending the last several weeks just doing nothing but reading insurance policies on business interruption, and it's about the most boring thing I've ever done in my life because those policies are like 250 or 300 pages long. And so anyhow, but we're doing an awful lot of that now. But you know, I deal with insurance every single day, so just if anybody's got any questions, I'm more than willing to answer them.
I have a question from Billy, who says, what type of car insurance do you recommend?
Well, Billy, first let me tell you, I'm not in the insurance business. I'm in the business of suing insurance companies. But I have learned this. Number one, get full coverage. Because if you got full coverage and you have an automobile accident, they'll pay for your car, and they'll also pay for any kind of injuries that you might have if you have additional insurance. And this is what you really want. You want to have PIP, which is personal injury protection. All they ever sell you is $10,000 in PIP unless you ask for more. But if you have a car wreck, even if it's your fault, if you've got lost wages and you've got other medical expenses, they'll pay you back up to $10,000. Well, I don't know what the maximum is on that. It used to be $70,000, and what you want to do, if you can afford to, is to get as much personal injury protection as you can, because it doesn't cost much more than $10,000 in PIP costs. The next thing you want to watch out for is be sure that you have underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage. And the reason for that is, in Kentucky, you're only required to have $25,000 in insurance. So let's say somebody hits you and it's their fault, and they've got $25,000 in insurance, and you've got $200,000 in medical expenses. Where are you going to get it from? If you don't have additional insurance for underinsured motorists, then you're going to have to pay it out of your pocket, or you're going to have to ask your mother and dad or somebody to give you the money. So you want underinsured. There's a lot of people still, even though it's illegal, there are people still driving around that don't have insurance at all, and that's called uninsured motorists. You also need uninsured motorist coverage in case somebody runs over you and they don't have insurance. So what you want to do, depending on your station in life, how much money you got, you want to buy the most expensive insurance you can buy to be sure you're covered by uninsured and underinsured. That way the people that are in your car are covered too. And you know, a lot of people that we deal with, they say, oh, I don't want to sue my insurance company. But sometimes that's what you got insurance for. But if you have a car wreck and you need coverage, you're going to have to sue your own insurance company in order to get coverage for it, unless, of course, it's somebody else's fault. But nonetheless, that's something you always have to be prepared to do. And they're going to increase your rates anyway, and that's what everybody's always worried about. Oh, they're going to increase my rates. Well, the fact of the matter is, they're going to increase your rates regardless. So I wouldn't sweat that. Just go ahead and do what you need to do.
A wealth of great information, as always, from Mark Bryant, attorney at law at the Bryant Law Center in Paducah. Kenneth, I see your question, but we're going to have to wait. We've got to take a break in just a second, and we'll be back, and we'll probably pose that for Austin Kennedy here very shortly. So again, our thanks to Mark Bryant of the Bryant Law Center and stepping in for this section of Legal Line. And give us a little bit. It'll be up online under the Legal Line icon at WPSDlocal6.com.